to David Odom, the Lifetime Achievement and Good Guy Award. Coach, please step up.
Thank you, Frank. The songs of Sinatra are being performed tonight by our own Jim Gossett.
Jim!
And now it's my pleasure to introduce to you the master of ceremonies for the evening, the voice of the Demon Deacons, Stan Cotten.
Caribbean. He sees a 6'10" swimmer.
Right?
He asks the guy, "Can you play basketball?" He said, "Yes." He turns into Tim Duncan.
Good evening, everyone. First off, I'd really like to thank David and Lynn Odom for including the street school in this evening. It's been a wonderful evening, and it's not done yet. But being the beneficiary of your kindness. And I want to tell you a little bit about the street school. You have a little bit of information in the little pamphlet. But we are currently in our 18th year of providing really life-changing services. And that's a term that's thrown around a lot in the nonprofit world, especially when you're doing human service work, but we really do, and we do it here in this community. For those of you that are unfamiliar with the street school, we're located downtown on 6th Street. We're right where we need to be, in the heart of Winston-Salem. Really what we offer to our students is a second chance and an opportunity for educational, vocational, and probably more importantly, personal success in life.
When a new coach comes into the league, the first thing they really do is they go to the spring meetings at the ACC, usually in Myrtle Beach. And so when Dave became head coach of Wake Forest at his first ACC meeting, he came up to me and he said, "Look, I was a pretty good athlete. And I know you and Coach K and Les Robinson play a lot of tennis. Well, tennis is my game. And I want to play with you guys." I said, "Okay, if you say so." And he said, "Listen, not only I said I was a very good basketball player at Guilford, and I also played quarterback." Now that impressed me when he said he played quarterback. So I figured, well, I was a pretty good tennis player, and I figured he must be very good the way he talked. So I took Coach K, because Coach K only played that racquetball. And he took Coach Robinson. And Coach Robinson was okay, got a good lob. Well, bottom line, we kicked their ass.
Proud, and may I say,
in quite a brave way, but more, much more than this, he did it Lynn's way.
Jim, you were fantastic impressions and songs and all of that. Really, you working that hard for him? Come on. I spent minutes writing this, just so you know.
We come up and we play Wake at Wake, and they kick our rear end so bad it was ridiculous. And then Skip is named coach. Skip calls me the day after the press conference. Said, I just want you to remember one thing. I did not coach that team. Because Wake Forest had to come back to Kansas the next year. But Dave Odom is one of those guys that you do want to be around. You do want to be one of his friends. You do want to understand what he stands for. And when I was coming up here, a friend of mine called and asked me what I was doing. I told him, he said, what are you going to say? And I'm going to say it's the easiest thing. Dean Smith, my mentor, was the greatest coach I've ever known in my life. And he was even better off the court than he was on the court. But they wrote a book about him, they called me coach. And when I think of Dave Odom, that should have been the title of his book as opposed to what Tubby was talking about. But when I see Dave Odom, think of Dave Odom, I think of a guy who's always trying to do the right thing for his school, do the right thing for his kids, and he's going to care about them for the rest of their lives. And every day around him, they're going to get to be a better human being.
So my first question was, who the heck is David Odom? Because I can tell you, he's never been on a stand. In fact, he looks more like he should be on a silver alert announcement.
Talk about. For those of you who don't know, in 1998, Dave wrote a book called The End Is Not the Trophy, Reflections on a Life in Coaching. It's filled with a lot of great advice for anyone who wants to be a basketball coach in the 90s. By the way, Dave's book is no longer in print.
Never do anything as good as you've done here at Wayne. Now, I got lucky to sit on the bench in '98 with the Bulls, which turned out pretty well, so I'm glad I didn't take your advice. But all joking aside, any great coach knows you got to have great players, but any great player who's ever coached knows that you got to have somebody who can mold all those pieces together and create something out of all that talent. It's not always the best team with the best players that wins. It's somebody who can take that talent, put them all in the right direction, find everybody's strengths and weaknesses, and make them a better team, and that's what he always did for us. So, Coach, glad I could be here tonight, and thank you guys for letting me speak.
Because Gene Blackwell told me, keep it short, so I was gonna do that at the very end. He said the guys that are best that are roasted, keep it short at the very end, because how many of you gotta go to the bathroom now? I figured that, so we'll try to oblige you with that, but one of these guys up here took my notes, so I have nothing, so if I go along, it's Cremins, it's Sutton. One of these two guys, I don't know, they took everything I had. Not in my pocket. I got nothing.